Right, enti yama obi bia kwaba e de aba Pepe Suarez channel ewo YouTube. So yes, a Pepe Suarez channel on YouTube. And wani egusu a ohwe ya uti no kwasam se we a channel a grow because of you. Yes, mo aboa pa ama channel no a grow ye pa over 40,000 subscribers. And a crying abribia no ye ko deep ni akopa information no e de amount. Enti mame enya stories anopa yi ababeto yenim no emfa ema ho de tie ne se uwram ewo adako gyache a Asante Kotoko ye a new player asase eye training. Asante Kotoko enra meka chew se based on technical meeting baso coach Prosperity Ogum, technical director Malik Jaber, sporting director James Kusiapia wonom edi nkomo about some players. Now me the update if you at the airpa ye be wia ye be ko Hearts folk asye Seth Osei schoolboy finally Seth Osei schoolboy the deal to Hearts folk na done kai say medicals ye wire that now there was a little problem with some clauses and say contract him any dey see free say there bibia agreed and the move is done. It's a honso no memo story e dey free home. Yes, we'll be talking about a player anything ni Sakyi. Yes, Philip ni Kojo Sakyi. Wa captain Olympics da. Right back, utimbo as left back, utimbo as center back. And then one sem ebeba. Augustine Randolph, and one sem ebeba. Sanso and a branch bakwa. The thing Richard Wiafe a story no so no. Yabeto aso free ha. Inti no dia wo ya ne se o subscribe to channel no de amame bo mo dia so be subscribe to channel no Pepe Suarez channel no subscribe de amame uwia o de opa video no yi na uhwe wia na wabo Pepe Suarez extra XTR fa so Suarez Pepe Suarez no so Pepe Suarez no wabo XTR extra eno the second channel me pacho bo mo dia so be subscribe de amaye ye da se pa we channels edi djuma ena ye kan wasem ade achiraw no enti mamingram entem so ewo Asante Kotoko wonom asoye na upiem ewo Asante Kotoko training grounds a new player abawuram ewo Asante Kotoko training grounds so now Kotoko in a fix say maminkan sa the reason is Kotoko their positions are initially nan common plan is omobaye recruitment afa ho minim sa team common asia Kotoko had not planned say omo ebefa a right back because they had Emmanuel Kote our form Lord Amoa, who is for me the most informed player at Kotoko today, Lord Amoa. And so there was no way Kotoko were thinking about going for another player that same position, especially because two players in our form. But circumstances in football, are they back where ball? We free man enye da injuries and the piano we team we player we supporter na empire the bia bon say obesere nyankrompon say onyu free injuries especially injuries aya na a long term no aya bompire osire nyame say onyu emfam free. Philip ni Kojo Sakyi a player ye kan wasem na Philip as we speak, 28 years of age. He was born on the 18th of August 1996. Or a Ghanaian, of course, the Dino, a typical Ghanaian. It's Philip ni Kojo Sakyi. Na Philip, a captain Olympics da. Me shena for the sake of me didn't want dance here. Tini, sometimes some of our pundits and our brothers go into extreme situations where player didn't be told and as a player about training grounds na dance yet said yeah. I'm sure say even when Kotoko played Olympics last season Abrankese, there was no way anybody could have gone to the stadium with the intention say Philip Sakyi then the bemo is at that time, players are not more formal Olympics, you know. Now, Emmanuel goalkeeper Benasare. Then there was this center back Setre. And some other players. But also one of the centre backs, Nations. Those were the players I know more GD will be able to show. But of course, so we'll be so on the now. I will name it personally. Ashena. That is the business of that person. Let's concentrate on our video. So I have watched him before, but not watching him with keen interest to, as it were, sit and profile Philip Sakyi. It's about to say, what you do is to speak to players. Our money no abobo. So omo any na abobo ni bida. Any omo boetia da. Omo coach da. I'm sure you are getting an idea. So you talk to his former colleagues. You talk to players who have met him and their experience when they met him. Then you talk to technical people who have worked with the player. Now a fair idea who the player is, what he brings on board, ne advantage, and I say ne profile, baby, and na what the strength, where could be his weakness, and then you talk about all of that. Inti if we enra ebra eagle no a call training abaye. No other report to buy said new player Abba. In fact, 2 new players. Na Eagle no my Edino Philip Sakyi no. We needed to go ahead. And I spoke to one director, or still a director of Accra Great Olympics. When I mentioned Philip Sakyi, and oh, Ni Kojo 7 okay. I did not know that he's even called Philip Ni Kojo Sakyi. And I'm saying yes, Philip Sakyi, Rasta head, right back. No, yes. Ni Kojo. And Omame ran down Accra about the boy. And what he told me, he said, Omo Accra Great Olympics. Those days, now ope player. Omo ni dano so some bit na ton na hu na jisika kese pa. Na Philip Ni Kojo Sakyi account because now a player, he plays with a lot of dedication and commitment. These were the words from the director. He's still a director of Accra Great Olympics. I nearly said former director, but yeah, because they were director of Olympics. Or see, the boy plays with a lot of commitment and dedication. These are not my words. The words of the person are, or yeah, Olympics director, and also they had huge expectation. Say, to branch with Enesika Bibribi. Now, football, no, say, what you say, the Biamakacho said, you must always pray for luck. Or a footballer, or manage footballer, because football, apart from your work, apart from ball, your technical qualities and your tactical abilities, one thing a lack is say obi timinya opportunity in term no pagya no okọ eno ano no wanya football mu nhira eni musika na awie enti director of Olympics asem okache me enam dia tudwa say Philip Ni Kojo Sakyi a player or ball with a lot of dedication, commitment, passion and all of that. And busa say ball nanka say obi or dedicated or committed. But the ball no any soro no say oh say we di ka catch him say player numbers o mo ton no there ya no money done so there better na player no any that quality you know. Philip Ni Kojo Sakyi a player wo mo Olympics o mo regarded highly because no ni ball no bopa. Then I proceeded to speak to a former colleague, and I think I have the permission of the player to mention his name. I spoke to Laxon Awako and I'm Ibusano about Abrante did Philip Ni Sakyi. Also, I catch him say Sakyi, a fantastic defender. Now, say Abrante no a lot of aggression. Would the game aggression. Would the game Now he told me it's the biggest advantage. On say she say laterals. Profile or more. Ubet me your mommy so. The ability to join the attack, the ability to defend. But according to I say Abrante a player, the defensive attribute, far outweighs the offensive attribute. Tiabasi yen defend the power or a player back to be defend the power. And normally, say more left back or tie a joining attacker. Philip Sakyi will normally form a base with the 2 center backs so that anytime on the side, attacking opposition, no more than 3 back. Then your left back can slot into attacking position, not more common him. That does not mean Sabrante you can say on attack on also encore offensive now ultimiko, but the defensive attribute, a dorsal, a chain offensive attribute. I think it is clear what I want to say. Now, after speaking to the player, I also went to his former coach and I spoke to the coach. Now, coach ne catch him say, Philip Sakyi, Oyisu tactical discipline. So tactically discipline. Onye players na omo abandon omo role yede am omo unse player bi o a ball no onimbo, but tactically or in discipline ubonse almost always either he be out of position or out of the tactical equation. And in football terms, some player near table as tactically indisciplined. Coach say the first thing obet maka ediafa Philip and say or tactically disciplined. That a new man obet say on your mouno or yes on your man to perfection. Then as a footballer or no ede or no so de eba count. But primarily what he is expected to do, what he is charged to do on a field of play, he does it to perfection. And this is a coach, our coach, a branch, and I can say way at the academy. Of course, a branch, after a dance, the most important thing I and I. There be a media footballers are. Obo Pepe, oh, she said, me boaty, boss, moya, motrasiana, namzi debi. Say, me transi jo, hey, ball, aqua we ball. Na bema, I didn't do, na more demon ever former. I mean, you can't convince anybody say oh it's radio so na TV so edge player ho na player no kujina park so na modern of obi an say of mo ngwa so ya de ye nya na sa as a journalist you lose your credibility into the yakan ni de yebusa nyina ya tie. The most important thing is a Philip e wa Asante ko adakojachi, and in the next few days you'll be trading into ye nyina ya de ni ebehwe. The eagle eye will be there, the hawk eye will be there. Then we want to see the empenyfo akadia fa de hu setesa the match fitness it is very important. The biam catches apart from ball nankasa no, you want to look out for the match fitness of the player, and so that is something we'll be looking out for, and then we'll engage you and as it were give you the report, technical training report if you have no yemfa enkamion yebemwate no say the AC kosa branch by training no ne modern mono akwa jina say or experience makacho we did 28 years or experience or Ghana Premier League. Now Kotoko are looking for short-term solutions. Se Kotoko sign Philip Sakyi a short-term deal like to the end of the season because Kote a branch the thing a day Lord Amwa so once it is till the end of the season a branch and a sign so platform to justify why Kotoko should give you a long-term contract. And then I think I explained and go for counsel at your margin share by pa. Makacho said when I get those opinions, I like it because a boy Emma na discussion here rather than attempt DNA in your manamano. Will be the base pepe. O say ACL ABR 6 to 8 months. There be say ACL no create me call 1 year near day. Emma made the example of Edam Militao and how long he's expected to be out and all of that. Okay, say opinion thing David Alaba who like to combo or also Real Madrid player when you're ACL and almost a year now he's still out. Ghana a branch what is the name of the guy a branch of Free Germany a ball no share number 10 JC Koko winning ball bopa or also cry you pray from St. Pauli or Bar Bundesliga mana or Fasa engine Kofichre Daniel Kofichre on quite almost 2 years in the ACL no any healed. So these are some of the few examples nipa twe ma dwesi se Kotoko enya a right back e bia nipa kono kwa no or ba beboa na wabebo ama enioma akoyi e de ama Asante Kotoko especially se Kotoko qualify for Africa Asante Kotoko enso ebewuram na omabo very early and sacred the league na resume, and so they will need a backup or that particular position. That is for Philip Sakyi, who was born on the 18th of August 1996, so he's 28 years of age. A branch channel, me busa mo Olympics, yes, was 2 goals per and a diamomo, and with me about 3 assists. On the days where the Great Olympics, he's training our Asante training ground, so 80 and number 1. Now let's move to I don't know, me catch us expand the story of Boya or no Augustine Randolph at the amount. 80 Augustine Randolph, Nitina Randolph, yes, Augustine Randolph. You would Randolph. We are Randolph. Augustine Randolph also a player Unyinie enti ni profile no enso eboa pa. He's not a player when you need even though me sure so what readings are because under the former board and former CEO Nana Amponsa, Kotoko were chasing for Augustine Randolph. At that time, the price that they were quoting na was low kakra. So Kotoko did not go in for Augustine Randolph. He was born on the 26th of March 2000. 26 March 2000. And a branch yawo no. Na ohwe abrante na wabo e de ma Bichim United into from Bichim and move e call Karela where he played a lot of games. Then September 2020 and was signing a 3-year deal with Karela into ahead of the 2020-2021 season, you know, or signing a 3-year contract at my Karela abrante no abo enso awie aye ka say or a free agent eti Kotoko. At this point in time, they are not looking for cheap options, but they are looking for options because they don't have a lot of time. Now, yeah, boss easy, you know, not injuries, not bench, you know. And as a player needs to be slotted in very quick, then they will be able to assess the player whilst league, you know, cost for a bon kakra, no more assess player, no. So the player need to be banana more demono, and was sure. Then at the end of the season, we want a long-term contract. Now we part of the Kotoko team going forward. It's Augustine Randolph. Say me chow Kotoko laterals. Na mkacha say we want help 2 players, no. And I'm young wojuma at the amount. Now according to transfer market, Augustine Randolph the main position a right back. Other positions also left back and a right midfield. Kaisa Asante Kotoko a player. So bet me up both left and right or money bench pa. And Augustine Randolph is one of them. And he's also a player. On the Omeye training, I will go say there be. Name Pennyphobia on Bear Branch. And unim say we a player agent. Wa Uboprum, Ubokoko. It's Augustine Randolph, no. Name Pennyphone I started and knocking on the doors of Asante Kotoko. Say my client is available. But player or tifie biano, Kotoko will want you to train. That is the principle of coach Prosper Nate Ugum. Inti say we player or tifie, you will train. We player or bo at my club na Kotoko air power. They will buy you, then you come and play. For instance, if Kotoko had gone in for a branch at the Francis Aqua, Nyafe no obey train yama Kotoko observing or evaluating or there he will come and play. But it's say Philip Sackey me can hear the story on tifie, you know. He is coming to justify his inclusion. Kotoko. A branch that did Augustine Randolph. Essence what TFNT. He will come and justify his inclusion if Kotoko are interested in his service. The if clause is very important. If Kotoko are interested, he will come and justify his inclusion and give Kotoko reason why they should sign him. I know what I can tell you now. Now, Mame Enko a branch bakwa. Only the 1 week training and wash us in the second week. A branch at the Dean Ade Wiafe Richard. Former player Edma Diana Stars. Former player Edma Kumasi based sensational Kim Pfizer. Now, I think the profile the I want you at the Amada. A branch, my catcher when I spoke to an official, a key official of Kim Pfizer. Now, Oka, the attributes at the HRM. Say, I know any of material importance. What is important? Say because he accepted to train with Kotoko. And that he is training with Kotoko, then clearly, a branch channel, say the here prior assessment Prosper Nate Ogum, any the technical team, Ede Ebema. If he gets the nod from the technical team, they will now recommend him. And as a coach, now recommend him to the technical director. Technical director will forward same to the sporting director. Sporting director will sit with the chairman of the club, and then the contract can be signed. But Edna Eagle etui. Nenam ya tie bia wura mu a no kwasam ne say abranche na ne din ede Wiafe no as we speak recommendation ebeko ede amano no enyamai recommendation ebeko ede amano no enyamai enti empanyfo technical team ne enyamfa omo report mamika report if I say recommendation then I'm jumping the gun technical team ne emfa omo report na enkoy if omo recommended the CM fan And I say, Omo catch champion for say Ebia, or so emiti the cat. Kaiser's left back position or we have finished the first player, what about training abeyu? Meaning catch us a branch to be anything at the Isaac Forger of Park Academy. Isaac Forger of Park Academy. One no Eddie can by 3 weeks ago. By ever saw more than ya. Coach Prosper Nete Ogum, any technical team were not convinced about Isaac Forger of Park Academy. I don't mind or koi na 2 days. And Wiafe, I share the training. I say, ya no so a guswa, a ched you bet my Ediama Asante Kotoko. Once again, Wiafe will be signed on a short-term basis, about 6 months, like to the end of the season. Then, if he's able to impress Kotoko, or more Ebemano, a long-term contract, na Wababeka Asante Kotoko, or more Enso a family no. That is the position of Asante Kotoko vis-a-vis the 3 players of Diamao. Inti Philip Ni Kujo Sakyi has already commenced training with the club at a Dakujachi. Training, monitoring, observation, and evaluation. Sana me friend. We any trials no obey. Then Wiafe is already training with the club for the same thing. Training, monitoring, observation, evaluation. And a branch at the Augustine Randolph the other day. As we speak, a incomodia between player and management. And some people will be a woman or Kotoko. We come in for say IMC members, no. But nipa bi omo ka bi wom e wa Asante Kotoko. And I engage in that discussion. A be clear. You don't say na no. E be tudwa e de amount. Yem fa munsi e wa ha. Awie yi na yen kai obi bia. Say oba subscribe to channel no Pepe Suarez channel. E wo YouTube and a Pepe Suarez extra. Me say extra na spell no XTRA. But money aso subscribe to channel no e de amaye. Na yakoso a the stories no back to back in there. Yabekoso edi amount. Yanamasi sebuguso ashey. Thank you so much for always watching us. We are grateful that you continue to watch us. May the Almighty God be with us all. God bless you.